What is up, guys? We are live here with Pro Play Games with the brand new One Piece trading card game by Bandai. This is the first set, Romance Dawn, releases this weekend. If you guys are looking for any type of singles or sealed, check out our website, proplaygames.com or tcgplayer.com, by checking out the affiliate code in the description below. We'll be having plenty of these cards and supporting the game in the best way possible. We're actually hosting the first largest 500 plus player event in Miami, Florida. If you want to check out more event details, also in the description, that is going to be the Treasure Cup. So definitely check that out if you're looking for some competitive gameplay. But without further ado, let's get into it because these cards are phenomenal. The printing quality has been fantastic. The card quality has been fantastic. The artwork has been great. It's just really breathtaking the way that Bandai has really figured out the formula for these card games. And I wouldn't be surprised if this game is just a huge hit, just like Digimon and Dragon Ball. So every box here comes with a promo box topper. We're going to get into that. It's only one card. I believe it's like 8 different variants, and we got one of the better ones. This is actually called Cat Viper in the Japanese version of the card game, but here we're seeing the English name. Nice, really cool foiling. I really like these full art cards, and we're going to be seeing a lot more of those hopefully in these boxes. We've already cracked a lot of these. We're probably just going to do a box for today, but if you guys want to see more box openings, then definitely let me know. But I know a lot of streamers are going to be covering this game, so I'm not going to really go over the comments too much because I'm sure you guys are probably sick and tired of seeing them at this point. But yeah, we got Ulti as our first rare, and we got Bartolomeo as our second rare. So 2 rares, and then your Dawn here. So nothing too crazy in the first pack. What we're looking for here is so Shanks and Yamato are the secret rares for the set. So that's definitely what we want to see. And obviously any type of like parallel rare, which are technically altars, they just decided to go with the altar or the parallel tag when you're seeing the the quote unquote altars online. And off the bat, we got Renoa Zero, which is actually one of the best cards that we can possibly pull. I think he's the leading super rare as far as secondary market pricing goes right now, sitting at about like $25 as of the day one release or pre-release pre-order price. So really popular, very cool. Then we got a Queen here and Nico Robin, very nice. We are looking also for that special alternate art foil Dawn. That is definitely a keeper. It's the only way that you can get a foil Dawn as of right now, and it comes with like a little manga panel artwork. Beppo is our rare, and then the Miss All Sunday is going to be our second rare as well too. Nothing crazy so far. That Zero was obviously huge, but Black Maria as another rare, and Gum Gum Fire Fist Pistol Red Hawk as our second rare. So you're pretty much looking at a guarantee of 2 foils per pack, which is pretty good because some rares are definitely gonna demand a pretty penny based on their usability and competitiveness. Speaking of one, we got Okiku. Sorry if I butcher any of these names, guys. And the Kaido super rare. This is huge. This is the largest power level character in the game as of right now. 12k is no one really comes close. I think 10k is probably the next biggest power level. But yeah, Kaido's great. He also Darkhold. If you come from Yu-Gi-Oh, Darkhold's the board, so both you and your opponent's board go away. Pretty cool. Okay, let's see what we can get next. We really wanted the Eustace Kid when it comes down to super rares. He's also one of the very high level power level characters. Punk Gibson is our rare, and we got a Law character. Very nice. This guy is actually in the same ballpark as Eustace Kid. Both of them get played side by side, and he's very cool if you're going to be playing any of the the new Law character, or if you're even playing Eustace Kid as a character, he's a great inclusion. Pretty much a staple in any green deck for the most part. I don't know if you play him in the Wano archetype with, speaking of Wano, you got Kazuki Odin here, which is definitely used in that deck. And the Gecko Moria is our next rare along with Jack. I really like the Altart Jack. I hope we pull him. He's actually one of my favorites, even though he's not super expensive. The parallel artwork they got for him is really astonishing, and hopefully we can pull it here. Yuta is going to be our rare. Yuta, just premiering in the brand new Film Red, by the way. All these Dawn have a Film Red advertisement on the back, which is pretty dope. Very nice way of spreading the awareness and love of the One Piece franchise here, both the the movies and anime and all that good stuff. Let's see if we can come across our first alternative rare. We got Jinbei and Ulti. Jinbei, Ulti. Nice pulls. That's our second Ulti, I think. Second or third Ulti. Let's see. We got Bartolomeo and Queen. Where are these Altarts? Where could they be? Ooh, I think I might have seen one there. Caesar Clown and Crocodile. Crocodile, very nice card, honestly. Super rare, nonetheless. So we're up to 4 super rares so far. So not too bad. These are the 4 super rares that we've gotten so far. Let's see how many we can pull in a box. I want to say it's 8 per box. We've opened so many cases I don't even know anymore, to be honest. Another Caesar Clown. Oh, no way. We got our first alternate art parallel card. We got the Law alternate. So if you want to see the differences, we actually pulled the regular one too. Same exact card, same exact text, but you're seeing the differences here in the alternative art. Hopefully the camera does it justice. Let's see if it's really hard to tell, but like this has a lot of texture around the artwork here in the background, and I think the quality of these things are just off the chain. Look at the back, the centering. There's no really whiteness on the borders. This is very important from a collector's standpoint, since a lot of people will be collecting this game and grading it, and there will be a very big collector market, only because One Piece is one of the greatest and longest running animes of all time. So very important that the card quality is good from both a player and a collector standpoint. Thunder, Baguo, which is our first one, and Nami, beautiful. Speaking of Nami, if we pull a Nami, parallel Nami is actually one of the, if not the most expensive parallel foil out there. So if we pull her, it'd be great to show you guys here on stream. Denjiro and Don Quixote. That's a tricky one, but I learned from others how they pronounce it. But he's definitely a stellar card if you're playing the archetype. And we got an X-Drake here, along with Monkey D. Luffy. We got our main character over here as a 2-drop. So very cool card, another one of the very highly sought after super rares right now, especially for those that are trying to play Zoro or Luffy as the deck of choice for the red archetype. Ooh, speaking of Law, we got the Law leader card as well. So these leader cards are pretty rare, but they are still slotted in the uncommon slot, essentially. Sanji and X-Drake, both of which I don't think we've pulled just yet. And we still haven't pulled that alternate art Dawn. That card must be pretty hard to come by. Well, I guess we'll see exactly how many we get out of this box. I want to say the ratio was about 1 a box. Nico Robin and a Eustace Captis Kid as our second super. Man, this box, this is the godly opening for a green player for sure. They would be super excited to open this box because they're literally getting all the bombs here. Great boxes. If you guys, by the way, speaking of boxes, anybody who got theirs, they should be arriving this week if you ordered them on ProPlayGames.com. We are unfortunately out of boxes right now, but we are looking to acquire more. We do have some singles though, so if you want to build any type of deck, we have every single imaginable at every quantity imaginable. If we're sold out, just wait a couple days, you'll see a restock. We're making sure that everybody can get their fill, but that nobody can really like buy out everything, so that we can supply as many patrons as possible with this amazing card game, because this card game is fantastic. And knowing and experiencing the great shortages of Digimon and Dragon Ball, we can only imagine how set 1 is going to be. So but we are proud to say that the thousands of boxes that we were able to supply in the wave 1 really did fill a large part of the community. So we thank you again if you are one of those patrons who pre-ordered with us. We didn't have to cut anybody's pre-orders too, which is actually pretty astounding, to say the least. All right, so yeah, we got Jack here, and another super rare, Boa Hancock. This one's actually quite popular. This is another super rare. This is definitely used in the Doflamingo deck. And it's just overall just very well costed, very good card. It's a blocker, which is always super valuable in this card game. And honestly, the artwork is great, and if you've seen the parallel foil of this card, it's even better. And we're down to our last 2 packs, guys, so let's see if we can actually get something that we really want from these last 2. What we're looking for now is, I don't think we pulled a secret rare, so honestly, if we can get a secret rare, that would be ideal. And obviously the manga panel Shanks, right? That's what we really want. But at the end of the day, probably not realistic at this point, since we only have a couple packs left. Okiku is going to be the rare, and Jinbei is going to be our second rare. And we got the Dawn, boys. We got the Dawn, and it is the alternate art manga panel. Luffy here, foil as well. There's no texture on this, but I believe TCG Player has a catalog that's the alternative art Dawn. So right now, as of right now, if you really want to really bling out your deck, this is the only option for Dawn. I know I'm getting a set of these immediately out the gate, and anybody else who's really going to be in it for the long term is probably going to want a set of these as well too. So definitely grab your hands on them. As you can see, we pretty much went through the whole box and only saw one. So these are pretty rare to come by, and you're going to definitely want to pick up your set. As these prices kind of fluctuate. We've already seen buyouts and cards kind of tripling in price, so definitely get your stuff while you can. And our last and final pack is going to be Thunder Bagua, and oh my god, we got a second alternate art. We got the Crocodile. That's like $50. Pretty nice pull. Nice way of ending the box, honestly, being able to get this very chase parallel of one of the more popular characters in the series. We got the Baroque Works 7 Warlords of the Sea main character here, and I love how all the leaders, alt arts, are just literally a close-up of their face. Very nice, very detailed. As you can see the texture here, I'm gonna roll it around here in the camera. Hopefully it does it justice, but honestly, there's nothing like seeing these cards in person because of the high quality that they put into making sure that these really pop and that people really want to collect them. So definitely a great card, beautiful card. Honestly, one of the characters that I'm looking at building myself, so I'm really glad that I was able to pull this one. But that pretty much does it. A regular Dawn, unfortunately. So yeah, one Dawn per box, looks like. You got the 1 box hopper per box, so these are going to be pretty rare as well too. But yeah, that does it for our box opening, guys. Thank you guys for checking it out. Like I said, ProPlayGames.com is where you're going to be able to buy any singles from the starter decks, from the main set, as well as TCGPlayer.com. You can kind of pick and choose your choice, but definitely if you want to, keep updated with any of the competitive events that are going on, you can check out the links down below as well for PPGEventManagement.com's first ever Treasure Cup here in Miami, Florida. Till next time, we're out.